Well, I think social media is a massive opportunity for brands to engage in consumers at an unprecedented scale. But also, there's an opportunity to use social media as the biggest kind of real-time, I guess, focus group that brands have ever had in history. I mean, you can tap into the millions of conversations about negative customer experiences, about different kinds of products, what kind of product ideas your customers might have about your brand, and tap into that insight and have a conversation back with them. One of the many fears that brands have in terms of letting themselves go into this kind of social media world is this fear of lack of control, that they can't necessarily control this conversation. Anyone that says that you can is lying. The issue here is that the conversation can't be controlled, but it can be guided. I think that's the thing that we need to stress, that you can harvest these positive conversations, and by being a brand that actually listens, cares, understands and responds, so you're not seen as this faceless corporation which doesn't necessarily care. You're seen as a human being that works at a company that wants to be proud of the company they work for. Quite often, the best uses of these kind of tools aren't separated from public and internal. I think that the best way that you can engage your organisation, your brand internally to use social media is to practice what you preach both internally and externally. I think if something's worth saying, it's probably worth saying to your customers as well as your people. This kind of internal intranet of corporate comms, which kind of has existed previously, has now been kind of overshadowed by the power of Twitter, for example, or the power of a fantastic content-packed, engaging blog that a CEO might run. That, yes, is maybe for your staff, but ultimately certain consumers will read that and think, actually, I buy into the ideology of your brand as well as your product. I think now more than ever we're intrigued by the ideology of a brand, of what the brand thinks and feels. Some of the key considerations that any brand needs to be aware of when engaging in social media: build, engage, and amplify. So build is if you don't go in there knowing what you're trying to get out of it, then how are you expected to know if it worked? So if build is about building likes, engagement is, well, why are they coming back? Why are they coming back in the first place? And I think that comes down to creativity is massively important in terms of content, applications, video. So after we've engaged through creativity or usefulness or relevance or interestingness, then amplification is the third element here. So this is how we can use maybe conventional media, but also how we can use the inherent kind of viral nature of social media, that things will be retweeted, that things within Facebook, if someone likes something, it will be shown to all of their friends. So I think, in summary, define what your business objectives are, but then the checklist against build, engage, and amplify. And that's the key to success.